Drive will start at the 25. His first carry of the game. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. J.J. Watt, the one that gets him down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense. And know what they say? Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
On second down, here's a run with Matt. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. From the shotgun, it's Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. Well, that is a quick lesson on how difficult this defense is to throw against. An interception on their initial drive of the ballgame.
Now we know why their offensive staff spent the entire week awake trying to prepare for this one, because you can't totally shy away from throwing the football. But at the same time, you're looking at them and going, where are the weaknesses? How are we going to move it?
One of the top defenses in the NFL for a reason. We just saw one example right there.
Ronald Jones.
It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 4. And a pretty good run as he'll get this down close to a first at the Lions 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At the 30-yard line.
To throw is Jackson. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. Chandler Jones in there to get him, and that is now sack number 18 on the season for it. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson. That's caught by Gabriel Davis. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down.
Complete to Gabriel Davis. It's a gain of 6. Brings up 3rd and 13.
Jackson now. And he's going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Chandler Jones in there for the sack, and he's closing in on the all-time record. That's number 19 on the year. So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this is good from 57 yards out. That was bombs away right there. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12. at the 23-yard line.
And he's got room. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A gain there of 21 yards.
44-yard line. A gain of 21 yards. And the Lions first down.
Now a whistle, and I think a penalty here for a delay. No, they're going to say timeout. They did get the timeout in time. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
24 yards.
So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line. Mariota to throw it this time. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks.
Mariota's pass.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
It's a gain of 5. Brings up 2nd and 5 at the Niners' 26-yard line.
Three 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports.
Niners 3, Lions nothing.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. On the ground, it's Mack. And he'll be taken down here at about the 11. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
And it's 3rd down.
Out of the gun, here's a give to Mack. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Sanders' kick is good. And that will tie us at 3-3. So the drive stalls out inside the 15-yard line, but they do get 3.
And I've talked with enough players nowadays, and when they have these types of kicks, that no one says to their guy, hey, that's just like making an extra point, piece of cake. Because the extra point is not a piece of cake anymore. But kicking a field goal from that distance, just give him confidence and let him knock it through.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that, and they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on first down.
The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
Now on 2nd and 13. Jackson dancing to his left. Looking for Campbell downfield. And is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They begin the drive on the ground with Mack. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up just a few minutes from now. We'll send you to Jonathan Coachman and our crew in Orlando. Coach will have a look back at some of the stats and scores from yesterday's action.
He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming, double up.
On 2nd down, it's Mack. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts.
5 yards.
It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime.
Down.
He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards for the Lions there on a first down.
And the Lions first down.
They'll run it out of the gun with Mack. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
The ball carrier.
That was a pretty good job defensively to hold him to a 2-yard run, but I've got to think this offensive line, they're asking their quarterback for a different type of a run, one that they rely on, one they have confidence in, one they feel like they can block.
And the Lions quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Third down.
He may try and run for this. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the second quarter.
It's now 4th down.
They'll break the huddle here and go for it. This is 4th down. Now this time he'll look to throw. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
First down, Detroit.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So we are at halftime here on a Monday night. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Here's Jonathan Coachman. Second half ready to roll. 2 field goals, the combined output in half number 1. Could be first touchdown wins. Paris Campbell now on the return. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week on our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they try the right side here. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up
now it's Jackson. Open man is the tight end, Nick Boyle.
Now that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
That's out to the left and complete. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that's going to make it 4th down. And now a whistle and a timeout called by the kicking team. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn 1 here in this 3rd quarter. So they're going to come to the line here, and it appears try to go for it on 4th. This is Johnson. He's got it. That one good for 17 yards on 4th. Couldn't ask for much more from your offense there. 1st down.
40-yard line.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check the backer. Check the backer. Deuce.
Now Jones. And he stopped immediately there.
Jones, the ball carrier.
Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Then he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
3rd quarter, all tied up. This is 2nd and 10. From the gun, Jackson. Escaping the pressure right. And they're not able to hook up there. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, Jackson. Trying to set up the screen, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and a terrific return as he brings this one all the way back to the 30. I love plays like that. A defensive lineman holding football, it's like a kid who stole a cookie from the cookie jar, and then he's just fleeing the scene of the crime.
And all he's doing in his mind, reliving his days when he was young, probably played fullback on his high school team, always wanted to be the tailback carrying the ball, trying his best to lug that bad boy the distance.
Pretty impressive pick there off the screen, and then a nice return.
You know, nowadays, they do more ball drills with the big guys than ever before because they want to take possessions away from the offense.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
On 2nd down now, it's Mack. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
On the play. And this is 3rd down.
can run for it, and he will. And he will have the first down across the 20 to the 19-yard line. 5 yards that time, taking it himself, and he has enough for the first.
First down, Lions.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. And he's going to push his way down to about the 12. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And a lot of times, these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2nd down and 3. They'll run here with Mack. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. That 2nd down play nets a -4.
At the 16-yard line.
One quarter remains here in Week 16. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Lions on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Mariota now. He completes this one to Mack. Good contain, no gain on the screen, and it'll bring up 4th down. They couldn't get anything going there out on the right side in the flat of the swing pass.
And didn't we have a discussion with their staff about wanting to get the backs more involved in the passing game? Huge emphasis for this game, but obviously the defense had other plans and really made a nice play.
49ers.
We still wait on the first touchdown of the game, but a second field goal now makes it a 6-3 score.
Yeah, I know a lot of people would call this the definition of winning ugly. To me, this is gorgeous. I'm a defender, right? I love these kind of games. The tension is high. Who's going to make the play to win it? And right now, that field goal may be the advantage they need.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And they really need to forget about their last time out, the turnover that led to a field goal. So now they try to regroup, trailing in the final quarter. Obviously, they'd love a touchdown, but 3 would suffice.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson to throw. Flushed out right. And this is incomplete.
His struggles finding open receivers continue. I don't know the last time I saw him this inconsistent throwing the football.
It would be hard to find a date when he was this inconsistent. You know, in his locker, he keeps the word poise printed on an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper. He needs to find that poise right now.
He certainly does.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Chandler Jones in there for sack number 127 in his great career, moving it past Kansas City Hall of Famer Derek Thomas on the all-time list. They're going on 4th down. It's Jackson. Steps away to his left. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Bud Dupree. And now, goodness, possession's going to go over right at the 10-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. They'll run here with Mack. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. But down here near the goal line, you don't think of a cornerback in run coverage, but he made the stop.
Yeah, most of the cornerbacks we know, they want to be those pass defenders and take away one half of the field. But the best ones in the game are the complete cornerbacks, able to tackle and run support, as we just saw there.
Again, it'll be Mack. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down. They'll try and run. Here's Mack. And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Only able to pick up a yard, and that's going to leave him with a long 4th and goal. This defense continues to be good on 3rd down. I mean, they haven't allowed a touchdown. Offensively, are you saying, let's go for this, let's try to get it in the end zone?
I don't know about that because of what you just described. They've been so good, and they don't give up the big play that you would expect in downs 1 through 3. Why should 4th down be any different? True. You might want to go ahead and kick the field goal and see if you can figure out something else as this game moves on.
Sanders' kick is good. And the lead will increase to 6 now. It's 9-3. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden, they're down. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time, went for it on 4th, didn't get it. Let's see if they can pick themselves up off the mat and do better this go-around.
Sometimes I have this vision of coaches writing notes to themselves before a game. And sometimes that note says, be aggressive, stay aggressive. Maybe that's what we saw in the last possession.
Yeah, they were very aggressive. This time, will it result in points? We'll find out. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Intended for number 13, incomplete. Brings up 3rd down and 6 yards to go.
Jackson to throw on 3rd down. Catch made here by Campbell. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now Jackson. This one caught by Ridley. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards.
At the 40.
And a little floater there is incomplete. So he's unable to complete it there, and just not the game that you would expect from him. He's been off the mark really start to finish.
Yeah, it makes you wonder what exactly is going on. Is he a little bit dinged up here, or is it just off just by a bit? Maybe he can get it back in this situation. He'll need to.
Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Still a few inches short of a 1st down as they come up now on 2nd down. Campbell making the catch. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
At the 14-yard line.
Throwing now is Jackson. That's complete right around the 8. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. From the 5 now, 2nd and a yard. They'll run it with Jones. And he is in as they have tied it late here in the final minute of the 4th quarter. They got the dramatic score to tie the game here late 4th quarter. Now all eyes resting on the foot of one man.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Your brother called me before the game. That's his guy in fantasy. He needs this one badly.
A very important extra point there, up and good. And that is going to put him on top by a point, and it sets us up for quite a finish. And he'll be stopped up at the 25.
For 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Lions offense ready to kick off their next drive. They can't do much at this point, partner. This one is going to go down in the loss column.
You don't make up for what has happened during the game. In this sequence here, maybe you hand it off and let someone run the ball if you so choose. But otherwise, just kneel down, call it a day, and try and prepare going forward.
The Lions will use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. On 2nd down, here's the option. Here's Winston completing a quick throw out wide. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
21 yards. And the Lions first down.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. That's caught out wide by Cooks. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
So for those of little faith, guess what? It got done. They now have the lead with that touchdown this late in the contest. I wonder if that was a play they were holding or a play that they just knew would work from past experience.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. And he is not going to make it. So they won't be able to move this lead up to a touchdown as it'll remain a 5-point ball game. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Xavier Rhodes with a pick. And that is going to seal this victory as time runs out.
Tonight's final score, Lions 15.
Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on. And that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Lions, the win is number 9 for them on the year. And they'll get another road date next week as their opponents will be the Minnesota Vikings. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, it's a tough blow to their playoff aspirations as they drop to 9-6. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.